Hey everybody, I'm Jack Reedy with Future Pastimes, and in this video I want to talk about a power alliance in Dune that I call the High Rank Alliance, and that is one that is between the Emperor and the Archduke of Ikaz. This is a very powerful alliance, especially in advanced, largely because of the Ikaz Occupy advantage, especially when combined with Sardaukar. Now, just to review, the way that the Occupy advantage works is that these two factions can be in the same territory. And that's especially important when you're in a stronghold. When it comes time to battle, the two factions can coordinate, but ultimately Ikaz will decide which of the two of them will be actually fighting the battle in terms of playing treachery cards and choosing a leader. But the way that the forces work is that it's always going to be Ikaz's ally that has their forces dialed. So in this case, even if Ikaz is fighting the battle, they'll be dialing the Sardaukar, and half of Ikaz's forces in the territory are going to count full strength towards the total. So you get to add that in there. So it's really nice to be able to combine your forces in that territory so that you are extra strong, knowing you're getting that nice bonus boost. And of course, even with Ikaz fighting the battle, the Emperor, of course, can give them spice so that they can full dial the Sardaukar so that they can afford to be full strength in advance. So that's going to be a very potent combination. And of course, the other part of that with the wealth of the Emperor is that it's going to be much easier for Ikaz and Emperor to have full hands of treachery cards. The Emperor tends to be pretty wealthy through most of the game. And while Ikaz is not an economic faction, they have a lot of other perks that they can get with their ambassadors. That's always going to be a mixed bag because you're not sure which ambassadors you're going to start with, and you have to trigger all of them other than the Ikaz ambassador in order to get a fresh batch of them. And then, of course, that's random as well. Still, irrespective of which ambassadors Ikaz ends up with, they're usually going to have a lot of nice things that they can do in terms of getting some extra spice or getting a new treachery card or getting rid of one that they don't want or free shipment or an extra movement. So there's a lot of nice perks there. Finding out about a traitor, finding out another faction's hand. So the mix of ambassadors give them really good effects. And of course, when they form an alliance using their Ikaz ambassador, say if they form that alliance with the Emperor, they can give the Emperor Duke Vidal as part of that alliance. So that's a nice effect there. The Emperor is going to be able to pay to revive additional forces if they go for it and they can't and they don't win. They're not necessarily out of it. So even though Ikaz is going to automatically lose half of their forces, they're going to be able to get up to 6 forces out, 2 for free, and then with the Emperor's help, they could afford to get more out. So it's actually fairly easy for the 2 factions to get into 3 strongholds with the co-occupying effect, and that can lead to a win. So they won't need 4 strongholds if they are occupying 3 of them together. So very potent combination. I really like Ikaz with the Emperor. Anytime you've got access to such wealth, it's going to open a lot of doors. It's going to make it easier for you to ship down a larger number of forces so that it's easier to win those battles. Even without Duke Vidal, the leaders for Ikaz are generally pretty good in advance to have one that they know is safe. So that's a nice effect there. So there you have it. That's the strength of the high rank alliance. The head of House Ikaz is Archduke Armand Ikaz, and of course the Emperor is the Emperor. So that's why I kind of went with that moniker for this particular alliance. Let me know your thoughts, and if there's any other advantages that you see to these two factions aligning and going for the win. And if you had a chance to see ECAS in action and they got into an alliance with the Emperor, how did it fare? Definitely want to hear your stories if you've got them to share. And give this alliance a chance. It's very strong. They can really win battles because they can afford to dial higher, and they're going to have that nice boost with the Occupy if they're in the same strongholds together. And then, of course, the Emperor is going to fill up your hand with all kinds of goodies, hopefully some weapons and defenses, so that no matter who it is you're battling, you've got a pretty good chance of being able to have a higher total. That's it for this one, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.